What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Keane. We're going back to the 2004 album Hopes and Fears. Once again, big shout out to all those who've taken an interest in this deep dive, which I have to say, it originated as a Lucky Dip and it became a full deep dive, and very quickly a number of people who follow the channel for different deep dives converged on this and mentioned how much they enjoy this group and especially this album. So yeah, the next tune is Everybody's Changing, which, you know, I'm a historian, you don't need me to tell you this is always the case. And while given, you know, political or geographical and other considerations, there's certain times where perhaps by perception and by subjective experience it feels like things are changing more rapidly than otherwise. The reality is, psychologically, socially, culturally, the natural environment, everything is always changing. So, you know, change is constant, change is immutable, ironically. So I feel like my inclination is to just take that concept when I appraise the title. I imagine on some level it will be more specific and it will relate to a particular narrative, or at least a particular set of prescriptions maybe, or perspectives about, you know, life itself. So I do wonder how it might play out. But again, as someone who studies humans and their history, change is the only thing you actually can rely upon or be sure will happen. So let's find out what Keane has to say about it. This is Keane, Everybody's Changing, from the 2004 album Hopes and Fears. Maybe? Yes. Wow. Song just warped into existence. Very acidy. His voice unbreaking.
Everybody's changing and I don't feel right. So little time, try to understand that I'm trying to make a move just to stay in the game. I try to stay awake and remember my name, but everybody's changing and I don't feel the same.
I really do love this keyboard melody.
So little time, try to understand that I'm trying to make a move just to stay in the game.
got in there. First of all, sonically, it just kept growing and expanding and, pushing farther and farther into the sky. Like, it really had this, what's the right word? Expansive quality. It kept growing, and those times where it would shift into what I assume was the chorus, even though, like, after the first one it's like, okay, like, I know it goes to another level, it kept surprising me. It kept, impacting me heavily. So those transitional moments are really fantastic. Sounds like a number of lines about things changing, including maybe like wondering why it has to be the case, but certainly saying that, like, everybody's changing and I don't feel the same. So acknowledging that he's part of that process and he's not, some independently established frame of reference. He, like everything else, continues to evolve over time. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if there was a prescription, or if it was more just about assessing what it's like to be in the matrix, the milieu of being a human, alive with other humans in time. But it felt like it was at least exploring what that experience is like. And again, the keyboard melody, and there were multiple that were sort of like layered at parts. Again, there was that sort of acidy synth. Enjoyed that, and just, yeah, not just the composition, but the progression of the track. I enjoyed the way the tune unfolded, and again, like, routinely or repeatedly surprised me. So yeah, another top tune. Again, it's weird, some groups you know about and you hear about even if you don't actually go through their music. And this was a group that just, I never even heard of, even though in my early 20s I was very much exploring different avenues of music, but somehow they never came across my radar. So it's cool to catch up now. Once again, shout out to those who've taken an interest in this deep dive, and shout out to both Adam and Philip for helping this happen. So in any case, let me know what you think of this one. I'll see you next time. Peace.